So good. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I'm so happy that you stopped by. Please, if you get the chance, just hit that subscribe button down below and give this a big thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get to the video. Alright, so here is the video, my first official vlog. I've been trying to get into vlogging for so long now, it feels like decades. First wanted to get into vlogging in 13, 14. I was in my undergrad at the time, and I just really gained a passion for traveling and different stuff, experiencing cultures. So I was like, you know what, shoot, I should vlog this. So I've been to some pretty cool places, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But so the premise of the channel is basically focused around my travels and documenting them. Yeah, so let's just go way back to the start. Who am I, first of all? So my name is Richard Tyson. I'm actually from the Cayman Islands, as you can see the flag back there. But you're probably wondering by now, like, so you're from the Cayman Islands, but why do you have an American accent, right? So I was actually born in Miami, and lived a couple of years in Miami. My father's actually from Miami, so I'm half Caymanian, half American. But because of that fact, you know, I've had the two cultures. They've basically influenced me a lot, and I've always been back in America, back in Cayman. So yeah, I can switch on the Caymanian accent when I need to, you know what I mean, if I'm talking to my Caymanian people, but mostly, you know, when I'm talking to other people to make them understand me and that sort of thing, I usually keep this neutral accent. So yeah, it might sound a little bit more American at times or whatever, but just because of Caymanians' identity crisis, basically I get influenced by so many cultures. At this current time, I'm actually in the UK, so you know, I got a little influence from the UK cultures, and like you hear me say things like "in it" or, you know, cheers, like, yeah. So I wouldn't say there's any set accent that I have per se, but yeah, I get influenced by so many different cultures, and I just love culture. So anyways, yeah, I was born in Miami, moved to the Cayman Islands, and then I went basically to school the Cayman Islands until about grade 4. Then I hopped back over to America when my mother did her undergrad. Go subscribe to her channel, by the way. It's the Lighten Up Show, and I'll probably put a link in the description for you guys to go check that out. But anyways, yeah, so we moved back when she did her undergrad, and so after she did her undergrad, we moved back to the Cayman Islands, and I did middle school there, high school there. It's where I met the majority of my friends, really put my foot down and, you know, the bases. Growing up, I wouldn't say I was particularly good at anything, but I was good at everything, if that makes sense. So I know everybody hears that saying, jack of all trades, master of none. So I basically put me in that category. I played guitar, I played snare drum, I played piano, I did acting, I did dancing, I did singing, I did just a lot of things that, you know, like a lot of people weren't, you know, doing, diving, fishing, all that kind of stuff. Like I just did a lot of different stuff, but I wasn't, like, you know, in one set thing. That came to be more of a good thing for me, in my opinion, because made me a more well-rounded person, you know what I mean? Like currently I'm really into diving and stuff like that, but obviously I can't do it as I'm in the UK. But yeah, so if you guys probably noticed as well, I'm actually in a dorm, or as they call it in England, a flat. So yeah, I am in university at this point in time. I'm actually doing my master's program. So I've finished my undergrad in 2014. I went to the University of North Carolina. Shout out UNCC. So now I'm in Leeds. So I'm at the University of Leeds doing my master's in environmental engineering and project management. So it's a great course, and it's something I really love and something I'm really passionate about. I did environmental studies before in the past, but like I really wanted to get into the engineering side of it because I know there's so many prospects out there for jobs, and yeah, it's just a good thing to get into. So yeah, I know it's kind of all over the place, but basically I wanted to explain what the premise of the channel is going to be and the direction it's going to go. So yeah, I've been tons of places, and so I'd say it started probably in 2009. So 2009, I was playing rugby. I was in the Junior World Trophy because I was actually in the national team rugby for Cayman. So we went to Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya. And even before we went to Nairobi, Kenya, before that, like my mom always used to send us to places like around the Caribbean, or like, you know, we do cruises. And I used to just love traveling. So anyways, when we went to Nairobi, it was just a good experience. You know, that's where I really did my own type of traveling, took pictures and that sort of thing. So that was the beginning, I'd say, of my, you know, love for traveling, my love for journeys and stuff like that. The name Roadman basically comes from like the islands, basically, you know, the island people we use certain different type of slang. So roadman is a person that's always on the road, always never wants to be home. Just like and that used to be a derogatory thing. It used to be a negative thing. Like, oh, you're always on the road, boy. You're a roadman. You're always on the road. And even in England now, because I know some of my London people, shout out London, is gonna be thinking, oh, what's roadman? This might not look like a roadman. You know what I mean? Like, because the thing about it is that the roadman, what they use down there is not the same as how we use it. You know what I'm saying? So, but regardless of how they use it and regardless of how I use it, I'm flipping it over because I'm bringing it as a good thing, that I want it to be something different, something better. Obviously there's words over time that have had negative connotations that people have taken over. Like, for instance, Jersey Shore, how they used to call Guidos. Like, Guido was a bad term, but like now they took it on. They're like, oh, I'm a Guido juice head. I got the muscles. You know what I mean? They just took it on as something good. I'm not saying like that the cultural and historical implications of that word weren't bad. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying words have the power that you give them. You know what I mean? So I'm giving this the power of us being on the road. We roadmen, and you know what I mean. We just keep on exploring. We keep on going. You know what I mean? And we're never off the road. You know what I mean? And along this journey, also, have some self-improvement as well. Do some fitness, stuff like that. Like the things that I'm kind of into, you know what I mean? So if that's something that you guys are into, I would really love for you to join me on this journey. And I'll take you to some of the places that I've been to and some of the places that I'm going. I have a lot of trips coming up. Right now, I'm currently done with my last semester, so I'm doing my dissertation. So I'm going to be going to Brazil to do some data field research. So basically, I'll be doing some data field research in Brazil. So if you guys want to join me on that journey, trust me, it's going to be a wild ride. I'll be going to Belo Horizonte, if I'm saying that right. Belo Horizonte. Yeah, I'm learning Portuguese. I'm not there yet. Okay. So yeah, hopefully, I can take you guys along on that journey, and I'll just keep uploading and trying to keep my best. You know what I mean? So anyways, thank you so much for joining me on this, and once again, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. See you soon.